All right, let's check out the BOYA Mic 2 that's supposed to compete with Hollyland and DJI at a cheaper price. I think this is really neat that they put magnets inside the box. Now I already unboxed these, but it was so much plastic on there, the unboxing was taking forever. And I love taking the plastic off, but a brother was struggling and it was taking way too long. But anywho, let's check out this camera receiver. It feels extremely light in the hand, very plasticky. It almost feels kind of cheap. Now right here, you got the input for your camera and your headphones. And this is where you will plug in a USB-C adapter that's included. Now, unlike the receiver, I really like how these transmitters feel in hand. They don't feel cheap at all. And they have like a little transparent thing going for them. You got your magnet and your clip on the back. And the magnet is actually pretty strong, so I'm impressed with that. Now this thing only weighs 20 grams and have a lot of controls. You got your power and noise cancellation, your USB-C. On this side, you got the record button for internal recording, and you got an input for your live mic. Now let me show you guys a little bit of functionality. So the receiver basically gives you confirmation of what's going on. It'll show you the actions that you do on the transmitter. If you press this button, that'll mute the mic. So that's power and the mic mute button. You can just turn that off and on. When you click the noise cancellation button, it'll show up green on the transmitter and receiver. And on the opposite side, you have a button for internal recording that will show up red on the receiver and on your transmitter. Now let's check out this little USB-C adapter. That'll be for your phone or your MacBook. Make sure you don't lose this. Always put it back in its spot. Now attaching this to the receiver can definitely be a little bit tricky. You will feel like you did something once you finally get it. When you do get it, it locks in place and it fits very secure on your phone. So you don't gotta really worry about nothing, whether you put it on your phone or your MacBook. Now this BOYA Mic 2 comes with a lot of accessories. Let me just put the little bag right here for now. And you have a USB-C to USB-C cable, not a USB-C to USB-A like we see all the time for some odd reason in 2025. And we got some manuals that I'll read to you guys later. Nah, I'm just playing. We got some wind muffs. Now in videos that I watched, they said the wind muffs don't sit securely on the transmitter. So I'm very curious to how these fit. So let's throw these bad boys on real quick. There's a piece that plugs into the hole where you would usually plug in the lav mic. So let's see. They're not coming out, they're not falling. I've seen in videos where they did fall when other people did that, but they're not falling for me right now. Now, one thing that BOYA did that's really dope for this price is you're getting 2 lavalier mics included in a $200 mic set. With DJI, you're paying $49 for 1 lavalier mic. Look at the little phone, you get 2 phone windscreens, and you get some neat little clips for the lavalier mics. You also have your camera cable. This is actually a really thick cable. Now, before we go any further, I want to talk about the main issue I have with this mic set. The camera receiver can only securely be mounted in one direction. So if you do talking head a lot where you're in front of the camera like I do, this is a problem. What's the point of being able to monitor your volumes if you can't see it when you're talking in front of the camera? Now I see where they were going with this because the camera receiver also has a clip on it, but unfortunately this is a deal breaker for me. All right, let's see how this microphone sounds. I'm sitting in a room right now with the AC on full blast and it's right next to me, as you guys can hear. Noise cancellation is off. Let me turn the noise cancellation on. Now the noise cancellation is on. I had to mess around and do a lot of takes, so hopefully this is the final take of the noise cancellation off and the noise cancellation on. All right, I have the live mic on, as you guys can see. Don't make fun of the way I mounted it. I've never had one of these before. I always had the transmitters, but I've never had the live. So this is my first more expensive end microphone, even though it was only like $200. So I'm curious to how this sounds. Let's turn this noise cancellation on. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping that this sounds fire. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm not keeping these mics once again, but the audio quality so far through these tests sound very, very good. And that's only with the 24-bit recording. I haven't even tried the 32-bit internal recording at all, and I'm loving how this is so far. Now I want to try the mic with the transmitter in a different position because I know a lot of people like to put their mics right here. So I wanted to see how that sounds. I highly recommend you mess with the gain because even at 6, in post, I'm probably gonna have to bump that up a little bit because it's really not that loud. These mics seem to run a little bit more quiet. So even at 6, it's a little more quiet than like a Hollyland Lark M2. So definitely watch your volume. Do a lot of testing before you actually record. And most of you are already gonna do that, but I just wanna emphasize that so none of you guys lose any footage. As far as the receiver, when you swipe down, you got access to your TX settings. You got LED indicator, input gain, EQ, auto recording, storage, 32-bit float recording, TX lock, and auto off. You also have a lot of the same settings for the RX as well. You basically can completely control the microphone system from this receiver, and that's what I love about it. It's not forcing you to download a finicky app. As far as the battery life, you're getting 9 hours of usage without ANC, and you're getting 54 hours of case charging time. So you can charge these bad boys up a few times before you have to plug them back up. In conclusion, if you're somebody who shoots with your phone, I think these are definitely worth it. Even somebody that shoots with your camera, if you're usually behind the camera, these are definitely worth it. But most of the time for me, I'm doing talking head. Now I have this sitting on top of my camera, and my camera's on a tripod, so it's not horrible, but it's just not secure. If I forget and I move my camera, it's going to fall. And that's the only thing that really bothers me for $200, when I know like a DJI Mic 2 or the Lark Max 2 that's coming out, they will be able to face forward. So that's the only thing that's bothering me with these microphones. Other than that, these are fantastic. They weigh 20 grams and they're very versatile. I have yet to even do the 32-bit internal recording. I normally don't record like that, so I'm just testing in the scenarios in which I record. But that's all I got for you. Stay blessed, not stressed. Pray more, not less. I'm out.